Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of the First Descendant running on PC. I don't know, I wish we had the old title music back. I liked it much better.
특별한 인간 아이야. 무엇이 필요하니?
I finally have one of these. Boy, those things are hard to... They're hard to build. You hardly ever get the components. However, that being said, I am almost broke. So I am going to be grinding, or I'm going to be grinding some money. I think for most of tonight, honestly. I was actually down to like 4,000 gold not too long ago. So we'll play a bit of the Albion defense. They changed up the, well, I mean, Kuiper Mine isn't available anymore. So I think Albion defense is kind of my next best shot. So we got one in Fortress, and then there's something in Sterile Land here. To 400%. What's the other defense mission? I actually have no idea. Oh well, we'll do this one. This is actually one of my favorite ones. I was sad when they took it away last season. But now it's back. If you want to raise levels real fast, I mean, this is this is probably the easiest way to do it. Oh, this is all done, huh? These are all max, I think. Got one of these things. Yeah, this is one of these missions where I don't think Serena is all that good. I mean, if anything, I think Freyna, and obviously Glay really rule this particular mission. But I guess it sort of depends on the Serena build too, and if they're utilizing the infinite ammo capabilities of Serena. If they aren't, and I was playing this earlier in the day, I just seemed like I had to carry everyone that was playing this mission. If they're playing the other kind of Serena that doesn't really get infinite ammo, then this can be a struggle for her. Inez does okay until I think the last wave, and then even a really well-built Inez has kind of gets overwhelmed. But I mean, she's still useful. It's not like she's not useful. Okay, I'll just try to handle this area. Hopefully the other guys can do the rest of the area. When I was playing earlier, like I said, I had to carry the whole team. It was kind of tough. Even with the like I say, my compromise build of restored relic, where it's not just rapidly shooting, but it's doing more damage per bullet. It can be tough. Yeah. You can do it, Inez. Don't worry about it. You'll live. I gotcha. Unless you die way out there in the middle of the field, then, I may not be able to get to you. Certainly not right away. These guys are keeping that under control up there. It's hard for me to watch the whole horizon. Especially later on in the waves. Let them through. Come on. Alright, that earns me $1 billion. Thought it would at least be 2.
전부 죽여줄게. 심판의 시간이다.
The mission. Are we getting too hard? I mean, this is not that difficult. Not at this point, at least. It's very manageable. It's really only the very last round of this this level that gets pretty hairy. Oh well, never know. I had to poop. How the way goes. Everybody's gotta do it. Okay, now I gotta start covering everything. No, that's what I do this. Cover the other area instead of covering the one that I covered for all the past couple of rounds. wrong order. Well, now I'm in trouble. I hate that it resets that. It's like, what? Why do you reset my first ability every single time? It's so damn annoying. After every round. Just leads to these situations where I forget the round started. And I go a couple seconds without the ammo ability. See, I got 2 million out of that one. I guess it just varies. At least we're not down to our last 4,000. Sorry, 2 billion, not million. Free for Annabelle be. You can't lose. Practically, yeah, I mean, I really can't use, Serena for this level. She is not that good at this. and I need money. So that's why we're doing this. But yeah, we'll get back to Serena as soon as I fill up my bank account. Because like I said, I was down to my last 4,000 earlier today. I was like, well, where's the missions I can get money in? And you know, thankfully this is one of them. You know, it's not too hard, and if you ever want to just level your character, either your gun or your character, then this Albion defense, unlike the last Albion defense, is much easier to manage. When they do Albion defense in Echo Swamp, it can be pretty tough, I think, for a lot of people. Yeah, I think the new dog picks ammo up, but I have found that there's just not enough ammo. I mean, Serena can do the she can do the side ability if you use the right Transcendent module, where she reloads when she does her little side jump or her her air dash. But yeah, I don't think the dog collects enough ammo that is more than you use, especially if you're using firing mods. I guess maybe it wouldn't be true if I didn't like put my fire rate up. Then maybe the dog would be okay for that. But yeah, when I was using the dog that can collect ammo, I would still run out of ammo all the time. And then when I was using the dash to do my instant reloads, well, then I was running out of magic. I was running out of MP. So it's like, I think I had to, re-examine my mod setup for Serena. Because like I said, either I was running out of MP or I was running out of ammo. I always have to make adjustments to my build. Like I may use somebody's build that I get from Reddit just as a base, but pretty much anybody who's like suggests mods and character builds, they pretty much only think of single player. Like I never see anybody build anything for multiplayer, for public games that actually works. That doesn't get you killed in the first couple minutes. I was like, okay, well I gotta pick some different mods than whatever this guy picked. Oh, you got her all leveled up? That's nice. Yeah, obviously I'm still working on her. But like I said, I was running out of money. So I was like, well, I can't keep leveling her. Okay. Or at least I don't feel that she's that good at this particular level. I see obviously people are playing her. But it seems the damage on her trail is not as good as Valby's. Like, Valby's water trail is way better than her dive trail. And this, if the Valby, you know, peppers the edges with her trail, then that prevents a lot of the monster or the enemy from coming through. Did somebody hurt themselves out there? Yeah, it's awful tough for me to rescue you when you're out there. Should be one more? Yeah? Oh, two more. Oh, yeah, as I said, I tried using her here, but she's just not as effective as Glay. At least not with the, not the restored relic. I could see it, though. You know, I'm sure my build isn't really ideal for it. And I don't have her fully leveled up, so, like I said, I just can't do the kind of damage that Glay can do. At least if I want an easy victory. Yeah, you know, I'm okay with her being a little bit more difficult. I mean, remember, I'm a Luna main, so I don't mind a difficult character. But I am using a controller, so it can be a little tough trying to do crits in the air, because you know, she's really the best when you're able to crit all the time, and I just have a tough time with that. Although I see people out there with non-crit builds, and they seem to be doing okay, so I don't know, maybe that's something I gotta look into. But I mean, she is an awesome character. I mean, it is funny. They're like, God, we gotta nerf Inez, and then they release a character that's even stronger than Inez. I was like, well, now we gotta nerf Serena too. Well, I don't know. I see some of the content creators are getting their fifis hurt because they feel that the game balance isn't there now that Serena's out. This game's not challenging enough. I'm like, well, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I think you maybe misunderstand what kind of game this is. Plus, when they did give us really challenging content, man, people hated it. People hate, Void Purge, 26 and up. They hated all the levels that required you to work as a team. You had to stand on the little switches, or you had to stand on the pedestal to see what switches you had to stand on. Then you had to go stand on the switches. And then they made some of the bosses where you had to work together on the bosses, and they had to nerf those because people hated trying to figure that out, Yeah, I kind of think we forget, like, you and I can handle the challenge, and there's a fair number of gamers out there that can, but I do think that we forget that most people do not play the game like we do. Most people play the game like it's Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty Team Deathmatch, or, Fortnite. And, well, maybe not Fortnite. I guess it's depending if you're still playing build mode or not, but I don't think people necessarily want a really hard game. At least not the people that play this game. They want the the sexy girls and like the power fantasy, I think. Yeah, because as much doom and gloom as there is about this game and the player base, if you actually look at the Steam top sellers, every time there's costumes and DLC, this game makes money. I mean, it's always in the top 10 or the top 20. So it's like when they release content, I mean, the game, they sell content, Yeah, I think it's a fine balance too. I think you want to make the game challenging, but not hard, right? Because this is not a From Software game, so you don't want to, maybe go in that direction and just make it too hard, because that is kind of a limited audience too. I mean, I know Elden Ring sold a bunch, but Elden Ring doesn't sell as much as Call of Duty, right? So there's still a kind of a limited place for that kind of difficulty. But I don't, I think they can make it just a little bit more difficult and just ignore people that are whining, Like, I really do think they need a 1200%, Like, I don't think the 400% are really doing it anymore. And if they just double that, well, I don't think that's hard enough either. Yeah, I mean, remember when they released that Shadow of the Shard Tree or Erd Tree? I mean, even the people that liked hard games were like, "Whoa, this is too hard." So they had dumb that game down too. A game known for being hard. Even the hardcore audience was like, "Yeah, I don't like this." Especially all the input reading from the bosses. I mean, for me, that was just that was a little much. They're like, oh, you know what buttons I'm pressing, huh? Well, that seems a little unfair. Yeah, but see what I mean? It's like the base game. I still thought was just a little too hard, but you know, it was kind of manageable. But then Shadow of the Erdtree was just unfair, you know, and like content creators and like a certain segment of the From Software base liked it, but it wasn't most of us. Most of us were like, yeah, this is kind of getting dumb now. I think there's hard, and then there's hard, right? There's hard where it's challenging, and then there's hard where it's impossible. And nobody wants to feel that a game is impossible. Sekiro is their hardest game. That is really hard. I mean, I actually had like the most fun with Sekiro. That's actually my favorite game of theirs. But it is very hard. I mean, much more, in my opinion, much more hard than Shadow of the Erdtree. Much more hard. But I'm totally into games that have a pairing mechanic, so I really enjoyed myself. It's also why I like Stellar Blade more than I like Black Myth Wukong. Because like Black Myth Wukong had parrying, but it was, you know, it was at a cost, right? You couldn't just do it all the time. So I had less fun with that game. You know, the funny thing is, in general, the Korean audience likes hard games. I mean, they tend to play hard MMOs. They tend to play, you know, hard free-to-play games. I mean, they play hard games. They don't mind hard games. You know, they play tough real-time strategy games. I don't know why they don't like this, or maybe the Korean audience does like this a lot more than the North American audience. I don't know. I don't know who complains the most. But obviously some people are complaining. Yeah. Enough for them to, you know, put it under consideration, right? Yeah, I mean, Wukong is fun. Don't get me wrong. It is. It's a ton of fun. And it's hard. Like I think the developer insisted that it wasn't going to be, you know, a From Software style game where, you know, it was just like a super challenging experience. But they're a bunch of liars. That game is hard. I thought it was going to be hard, like maybe Devil May Cry kind of hard. But no, it's a From Software style hard. I mean, it's a hard game. I guess they just said that to lure you in. And then once they got you, they're like, huh, have fun with these wandering bosses. Have fun with the, you know, the 40 and 50 tries that you're gonna do to defeat just some blue guy. who doesn't even look that strong. I don't know if I just get stuck with like a bunch of bad Serenas, but man, every time I see like a bunch of Serenas here, they just have a hard time managing the crowd. I might just get the restored relic, guys. Then you can fly and you can do all the same things Glade can do. Yeah. I will say though that Wukong also tests your PC. Like, if you're running on PC, then you know, you better make sure that your build, you spend some money on on your video card. If you're playing on a console, it's not too bad, right? I mean, it runs pretty consistently from what I can tell now. But I guess it launched in a pretty bad state for the, at least on the PlayStation side. I guess on the Xbox side, like it technically ran better, but it looked worse. Let's see, where are the other enemies? Yeah, and I mean, I love Liza P. I can't actually. I'm really looking forward to the that sequel or prequel. I guess maybe technically it's a prequel. Oh, I mean, Bleach looks like it's good. Like, I feel pretty confident that's going to be a good game. I guess you never really know, right? And then tomorrow, or maybe tonight, I'll have to go look. Maybe the eShop's released it, but for me, Xenoblade Chronicles X is on Switch, so I'll be playing a ton of that on the channel. I love that game, and it's nice to have it again without having to whip out the Wii U. So yeah, I may put Like a Dragon on hold while we finish Xenoblade Chronicles X. Where's this last guy? Did we already kill him? I was like, what's going on? Oh yeah, oh dude, Neo 2 is so good. I do wish they'd turn the lights on in that game though. It is a really dark game. There are times where I really can't see what I'm doing. Oh, did somebody leave? Oh, somebody left. Oh, okay, well. Apparently they weren't confident. you know, the sad thing, at least for me, was that at least again on my channel, like nobody wanted to watch me play Neo 2. Like I would just get like 0 views playing Neo 2. For whatever reason, the YouTube crowd just wasn't into it. I was like, oh, that sucks. I was like, well, I guess I'll just play this offline then. Like, you know, people would, you know, watch me read visual novels over playing Neo 2.
병사들에게 큰 피해를 준 벌거스가 접근하고 있어요. 저놈을 막아야 해요. 실드가 파괴됐습니다.
I was like, why is this game not popular? I don't get it. Oh, I mean, I'm not talking about you personally, but you know, I mean, I have like a regular set of viewers, and they were not having it with Neo 2. Let me tell you. And I, you know, I really don't expect everybody to watch everything I put out. I put out a lot of content, so. There's bound to be a game that I play on here, which you know, somebody's gonna go, yeah, I don't want to see that. Which, fair play, you know. I mean, if I'm doing some like weird, you know, horror mystery detective game, you know, I know that's not going to be super duper popular, and I'm okay with that. You know, not every video has to get like 1 million views. I'm not really that kind of streamer. In fact, really, I mean, again, I keep hearing how dead this game is, but at the same time, you have these content creators, you have these other streamers out there, or content creators. I guess they don't necessarily stream, but these other content creators saying that this game is dead and it's broken and whatever, and they're still making content for it. So usually, you don't make content for a game that is completely dead and nobody cares about. You know, you know what I mean? It's like, well, if it's so dead, why are you still making videos? Obviously, there's still some interest here and there, right? It's like you could be making videos about like the Division, you know. Make videos about Call of Duty if you want views, or be like a Fortnite person. Yeah, thankfully some of them have said that they quit because the balance isn't right in the game. I'm just like, good, get out of here. I don't want your damn whiny ass making any more videos. I mean, those are the kind of guys that you can invite them out to have a nice steak dinner with you, And they'll whine that it wasn't Wagyu, you know? It's like, dude, I just paid for a steak dinner, and you only care that it wasn't Wagyu, you know? It's kind of how I feel like a good majority of the content creators for First Descendant are. It's like, I don't know what you want out of this game. It's a free-to-play game. It only costs you some time, right? It didn't cost you any money at all. And it doesn't even cost you that much time. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, look, I got Force Arenas, and these guys are actually approaching this. They're actually getting up here. I was like, what are these guys doing? I mean, I know Serena's a new character, right? And it does take a while for the whole player base to kind of figure out how she works. But you know, if this was like all Frenas or all Valbies, I mean, they wouldn't even get up here. Even all Inez's, I think, would probably make a clean sweep. Actually, I know an all Inez team would make a clean sweep because I used to, when I was playing Inez, I used to play this level all the time. And I know, like, you know, if you don't have the guns, then you don't have the guns, right? I mean, although the game is giving you guns, I mean, they're like, they give you like a ton of guns in this game now. It's even part of the, you know, the play every day promotion. You get a box and you pick whichever gun you want. And granted, you know, you still might want to get other copies of the gun to enhance the ability, but you know, you can get the restored relic, and it costs you no time really, other than just logging in every day. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. And I don't want to diss these guys too hard. Like I said, maybe they're just new players. And, you know, it's okay if you're a new player to not be good. I mean, I'm not really technically good either. I'm sure somebody who, you know, is like a speedrunner looks at my builds and goes, you need to get good, dude. I'm like, well, you're probably right, but, you know, I'm not trying to beat Void Purge 30 in 2 minutes, you know, that's not really my goal. I just want to have fun playing with some strangers, you know, that's it. And if I can trounce around in a bikini, you know, even better. You know, it's funny. It's also kind of funny that it's like, well, you know, this is just a Gooner game. You know, I mean, you only play it because you can, you know, traipse around in a bikini. But there are like tons of Gooner games out there that are not quality games. You know, just at their base, they're just not fun games. Plenty of Gooner quality, but no good, you know, no good gameplay at all. This gives you both. You know? You know, the development team is super responsive. You know, they like their customers. We even saw the director of the game play the game, which is super duper unusual for a game's director to actually play their own game. I thought it was super impressive. You know, I've never seen Miyamoto play a Mario. You know. And he was actually pretty good at the game too. I mean, it's not like he sucked at the game. Oh, did I not hit the thing? Here. Sorry, guys. I'm in, don't worry. I need money. You know, I gotta tell you, like, every time I try one of those Onitsubar games, like, I never really have that much fun. That's kind of one of those games where it's a Gooner game, but I wish the game itself was better, you know? Like, you know, I'd rather play Lollipop Chainsaw, which is also kind of a Gooner game, but, I mean, the gameplay is just a little bit tighter. I was like, is somebody gonna rescue them? Because I'm not gonna be able to. Not if we want to pass the level. I think the worst thing about Onitsubar is that it's almost there. You know, like if they just spent a little more time with the gameplay, kind of polishing up how the combos link together, like I think it could be really, really good. You know, kind of one of those you know, one of those cult games. Maybe you'd be ashamed to play it, but at least you'd have fun playing it. You know what I mean? But there's just something off about how you do combos, and it just seems like you can never really link anything together and have it look cool, you know, or you know, actually kill something. And they've been at it for a while with those games, you know. I mean, I would hope by now they would have figured it out. But those games also released for like $30, you know. So it's not like they're like super expensive games either. So I guess, you know, yeah, temper your expectations a little bit. Where's this guy? Oh, there you are.
조심하세요, 계승자. 적의 군세가 또 몰려옵니다.
What is it with people leaving this game? Oh yeah, I'm not saying Lollipop Chainsaw is perfect. I mean, it definitely had problems. But I will say it's a little bit better than Onitsubar. Oh, dude. I don't have time to rescue you. This is the part where the game gets actually pretty hard. close by. I can't rescue you. I'm sorry, man. Where is this person? Oh, dude, he's way out there. What are you doing out here? Oh my god. But you know, I also don't mind games like No More Heroes, so I guess my tolerance for... There's like a certain kind of clunkiness which I'm okay with. And those games are definitely not. You know, I won't say they're not good, but they're not the best. Just in terms of like gameplay, right? They're hilarious. They're like super funny. And that's where they kind of make up for it. Just like those two Deadly Premonition games. Like, they're not good games. But the characters and the story are really good. And, you know, you just kind of put up with it.
여기 뺏기면 전략적으로 큰 손실이 발생할 겁니다. 김필코 지켜내야만 해.
See, why'd that person bail? We were just fine. I did not finish Streets of Rage 4. I felt there was something kind of a little off about the gameplay. I couldn't tell you what it was exactly, but it just didn't feel right to me. But I don't hate it. You know, I should probably get back to it at some point in time. Now we're at 16 billion. Let's play a couple more rounds. It got better with the updates? Okay, well, it has been a while since I played it, so maybe I'll take a look at it again. We can do that on the weekend. There's some other retro games I want to play. Just because they're inside my head for whatever reason. I think the problem is that Streets of Rage 3 is like kind of the pinnacle of that series, and it's just very hard to sort of top that game. Even though the music absolutely sucks in that game. The game itself is fun to play. And at least they fixed the music in Streets of Rage 4. Yeah, music's not as good as Streets of Rage 2, but certainly better than Streets of Rage 3.
피바다로 만들어줄게.
That's the game that kind of made me question, how good Yuzo Koshiro really was. Well, yeah, he kind of went insane with that Streets of Rage 3 soundtrack. I'm not sure what he was thinking on that one. Don't tell me I had to carry this crew too. Well, I mean, it's still early. And ever since they made the guns better, I mean, Glay is like such a powerful character now. She is just as ridiculous as Inez and Serena. I mean, she can easily clear everything, all the content. Although you have to invest a lot of time to get a good gun, so... And, you don't have to invest anywhere near as much time if you're just playing Inez. She's pretty easy to raise, and she doesn't require a weapon. Building a secret garden, that's easy. It's not like it's hard to get a hold of one. Yeah, actually, I see that Rushing Beat is making a comeback. There's going to be a new Rushing Beat game, so I'm looking forward to that too. Because Brawl Brothers is actually one of my favorite beat-em-ups of all time. I absolutely love that game. I think it's called Rushing Beat X, I think. I don't know, I saw an ad for it. I think I put it on my wish list. Okay, I'm just gonna sit up here because it seems like everybody's letting these guys get through. Makes me a little worried when these guys get through on this side. Where are the Valve players? Did they all quit the game? Oh my goodness. Well, everybody's playing Serena. I get it. It's not like I'm not playing her too. I'm just not playing her right now. Oh, I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get anything but fighting games from SNK. You know what I mean? I mean, even when in their glory days with the Neo Geo, I mean, they didn't really release that many of those that style of game. Well, apparently they are thinking of kind of revisiting some of their old back catalog. Although they didn't mention specifically what it would be. I was hoping it was going to be like Magician Lord or something, you know? Another Shock Troopers. I wouldn't mind that. Are these guys doing anything? Is this person just standing there? I was playing earlier, and one of the players was just sitting right here, doing the dancing emote. Wasn't even playing. Just did the dancing emote the entire time. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. I mean, they did release like the Metal Slug Tactics, I think. Although obviously that's not the kind of Metal Slug we want. But that wasn't a bad game. In fact, I gotta finish that game. Yeah, it was getting a little hard though. And I think they'd have to. I think SNK would have to find somebody to like. I don't think there's anybody left on that team that was doing Metal Slug that is part of a company anymore. So that might be tough for SNK to find the right people to make Metal Slug. And you know what, even though I'm not into it, like, those golf games on the Neo Geo were super duper popular. I mean, that can't cost a lot to make. Yeah, Metal Slug Tactics, I think, is it's definitely challenging, right? And it doesn't take long for it to be challenging. I mean, I think they're trying to keep in the spirit of Metal Slug and make, since Metal Slug is also just a hard game. Like, I think that's why it's so hard, because because the run and guns are also hard. But I don't know if that was really the right decision. I don't know. I think it sold pretty well, so maybe we'll see a sequel. Maybe there'll be like a difficulty adjustment too. Although turn-based strategy games generally do not have a difficulty adjustment. At least not on console. On PC it's fairly common. But on PC you can save scum, you know, just quick save, quick load. Let's see all of that. We can level up so fast. Oh boy, 2 Serenas, huh? Well. Oh, it's basically the same cruise last time. Well, I mean, let's see how this goes. I'm waiting for this absolutely kick-butt Serena to join one of these games, so I can kind of really see the full potential of somebody playing Serena. You know, in a multiplayer setup. I see a lot of awesome single-player Serenas. But when I play Serena, I kind of struggle with the crowd control. Maybe it'll get better once I level her up more. Okay, doing good so far. At least these guys aren't just standing in one place, you know, waiting for me to do everything. Yeah, I'm just happy Metal Slug Tactics didn't have permadeath, you know, like a lot of those tactical games. Hmm? Oh, okay. Gosh, it took a long time for the wave to clear. I'm kind of missing when Frano was super popular. I was like, Frano used to dominate this all the time. Dude, what are you doing? So get in there and shoot something. Oh, my goodness. No, Inez is good here. Except for the very last wave. The very last wave, if you just have one Inez, it, you know, the damage is kind of a little hard to do, a little hard for her. You know, we're not doing Void Purge. You know, it's perfectly fine for Inez to be here. Unless they're just standing there, then, you know, no. No, we've kind of gotten fun of making fun of Inez. So. Just because we run into so many bad Inez players. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Of course, I did this in the wrong order again. Black Cobra, what are you doing, dude? This is why you died last time. Wake up, my man. I know it's late. Probably getting catfished, you know, on some dating app. Talk to me now. I'm here. Only to find out later it's some young dude at a call center stringing you along. And he was never even into you. That's the worst part. Dude is always dying. What is going on? What level are you? You're level 40 Inez. Come on, why are you dying? This level is perfect for you. It's like made for Inez. Get off the dating app. You know, Yvette is not a real person. And it's just a kid trying to make ends meet. You know, he's not a bad person. He just lives in a country where the value of the currency is super low. No job opportunities. It was either pretend to be a hot model or don't eat, you know? Between those two choices, you know? Or pretend to be a hot model. I don't know, that's my story behind it. Who knows if it's true. I mean, it's probably true. I mean, she probably hooked him with like, I'm Inez's face model. I'm glad you like me in First Descendant. And I'm single. Just send me a money order. My name is Gregory. Yeah, maybe as the bikini power. Yeah. Oh, whoops, do you want to stand there? Yeah, that's fine, you can stand there. I'll stand over here then. No problem. It doesn't matter. If somebody could cover at least one half of the screen, I can cover the other half. I don't want to have to cover, like, the entire screen. Just want to see how the dog follows you in the air. It's like the animation isn't quite right. So it looks like the dog is trying to like swim in the air. Here's the box. Oh, right here. God, I actually saw a Lepic in here once too, which I hardly ever see a Lepic do this particular mission. It was interesting. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense for him to be here. He can throw the grenade out and bring all the enemies together. All right, I swear, I will play some other content. I'm not just gonna play this level all night. I don't need that much money. I don't think. Wait, I don't think I do. Oh. Oh, go through here. That's not good. Oh yeah, I do have a 30% boost on right now. I didn't think of that. Although, it's good that you reminded me because, you know, it is something I would normally forget. I only remember stupid things in life, you know, never anything important. Ah. Yeah, it's so funny, in the end game, or the beginning of the game, you never have enough Kuiper. And at the end of the game, you never have enough gold. Which again, free-to-play game, I'm actually surprised that they give you enough Kuiper. Or at least they make it so that you can earn enough Kuiper. You know, more cutthroat games would, you know, give you like just the tiniest number of resources, you know, to encourage you to buy resources with real money. I never really feel that you ever have to do that in this game. I mean, because that, to me, that's Warframe's problem. Is that, you know, the, like all the items are cheaper than this game, but you kind of feel that you have to buy them because the progress is so slow. keep forgetting I have Monster Hunter to play too, but Monster Hunter is very unstable on PC. I mean, the game crashes all the time, so I'm kind of waiting for them to have some more major patches before I play that game again. You never run out of gold. I guess it kind of depends on what activities you do the most. Like, I'm always making a bunch of weapons and a bunch of enhancement material, and then just my gold just disappears. But I also made it a point to make every single weapon and, you know, get the max enhancement. So I'm always making 5 of every weapon, which means I'm always making catalysts, you know. I'm always making precise ion and ion, whatever they call them, you know. Like, I'm always making that stuff constantly in the game. So I'm always spending money. Or spending gold, I guess. Not really spending money necessarily. Unless there are some outfits on sale, then no problem, I spend money in this game. Not even that ashamed of it. One of the reasons why they're in the top Steam sales charts. Yeah. Free to play game. How can it be a big money maker? Well, have you seen the bikinis? Though I am going to be curious how many people are going to buy Ultimate Blair. I think the developer is super curious about it too, right? It's like, is anybody going to care about Ultimate Blair?
지금 들으셨나요? 적의 움직임이 곳곳에서 포착되고 있어요.
Oh well, Blur sounds fun. I see him every once in a while. Pretty rarely, but I see him every once in a while on the regular missions. He's definitely not as popular as Lepic or yeah, I mean, his ultimate design is cool. I don't know how he plays. I guess I could always build him and find out. Oh, I have the Patty's Day spawn, huh? Okay. It's just a day late, but sure. Okay. 22 mil. Like I said, I was down to like 4,000 earlier. Or I guess I don't even have to build him. He's in one of the boxes. You can just get him as a character if you want to use that for one of your character boxes that you get from the daily quests. I finally got one of these. Let me tell you, it took a long time to get all the parts for this thing. Same thing with the ATAMs. I don't know why. I don't know why this is hard to get this. Void Charge Stone? What is this? Oh, Broken Boundary. Yeah. Same mission. Oh, wait, I gotta change characters. Although she is good in in the void boundary.
조금만 기다려. 엄마가
We'll use my not so good Serena. At least not yet. Although, I guess this is fine for her. I don't get any reactors or anything from that, from the cavalry mission type. Yeah, it seems like this set of weapons that they released for this content is all good. I haven't heard much about the flamethrower. I guess nobody's really messing with, or the beam rifle. I guess nobody's really messing with that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's overpowered like all the other all the other guns they added for this episode. Get the orange cat this time, huh? So weird.
작전 지역의 보이드
It's a
농도가
weird ass bug.
전원 각자 판단하에 움직이되 무리하지 말 것.
Sometimes I forget the point is to collect the little items.
여기는 사령부. 적들의 지원관이 오고 있다. 집결적 타격을 요청한다.
Yeah, I mean, I only own the black cat, but some of these levels, like the black cat, doesn't show up, and I get the orange cat instead. It's just weird. It's like it's not every level. It's just specific levels. Like certain levels, the black cat doesn't show up, even though I have the black cat equipped.
임무 종료. 전원 수송기 위치로 이동 바란다. 고생만 한다고 할래.
Okay, you get a crap load of reactors in this mode. Like, I don't even know what to do with all these reactors. There's so many reactors it gives you. Skill critical and fusion power. Do I need that? I don't need it right now. Yeah, again, just a weird bug with the cats. I mean, I'd like to have both cats, but Orange Cat was from Season Pass 1, which I never did. I never did complete. Yeah, see? Orange cat, black cat. I mean, like I said, I can't even pick the orange cat. Although, you know, it's not something not a bug that I would report. I'd rather have them work on other stuff other than the color of the cat.
여기는 하운드 액추얼. 모든 인원에게 전달한다. 보이드 폭풍 심화로 작전 환경이 좋지 않다. 주의해서 움직일 것. 이상.
대승자, 대규모 월거수 전술이 확인됐다. 전개 지점을 공격해.
Oh, crash the desktop. That's definitely happened more with this version. This version probably has the most crash desktops I've ever had. It's weird. The previous versions were much more stable. Yeah, you know, PC gaming. Oh no, I can already tell that sometimes it does that. Sometimes it'll at least restart the mission for you. You know, you're not going to be able to join the same game that you left in, but if it does that, then it usually says right at the beginning, you know, well, we detected that that the game crashed and you were in some other area, and they offer to send you there. Yeah, definitely didn't see that this time.
주의해서 움직여. 이상.
알겠어. 특수 비행들은 적으로 보이는 공격을 하고 있었습니다. 대장, 격추시키려면 지금의 기회다. 서둘러.
아르케스 육체. 생명반응 파.
She has a new costume? Oh. I'll check it out. She can only launch with 2 choices, which, again, you know, like I said, the character is like 8 days old, so yeah, no, it would be natural for her not to have like a full closet full of, you know, or a closet full of costumes quite yet. I just thought they would give her more to start with. Yes, it was true of Inez too. She really only had 2 costumes, but she could also wear some old costumes. But you know how with how popular Serena is right now, they're gonna give her like a ton of costumes. I'm actually surprised there aren't more costumes for Inez right now.
작전적 퇴출 시작. 고생 많았습니다. 계승자.
Look at all these I mean, they give you so many reactors. You know, the bonuses aren't bad. They're not all terrible, terrible bonuses. Just now I can afford to be picky because I just have so many of these things. It's like no double gold, no deal. Unless it has like a weapon that I don't normally see. Yeah, I think you're right on Glay for sure. I thought I remember seeing something
여기는
for her.
카운터 액추얼.
It was either Glay or
모든 인원에게
Sharon.
전달한다. 보이드 폭풍 심화로 작전 환경이 좋지 않다. 주의해서 움직일 것. 이상.
You know, they've been giving a lot of love to Sharon lately.
대량으로 구성되고 있습니다. 원점을 공격해야 한다. 광역 적용화 산투화 완료. 보이드 엣지 정화작전 개시. 계속 아르케는 외관을 점화시키고 원격 기폭 장치를 가동하세요.
Like how everybody's already memorized all the locations. This content is not that old. Yeah, we'll check the shop after this. I'm actually getting tired, so it'll be a good excuse to look at the shop. Yeah, I know she gets damage bonuses from being in the air, but yeah, I have a hard time aiming while I'm in the air. You know, I do kind of like the buff build, the other Transcendent module. This, you know, charge build is, it's okay. I mean, I know this is the build that you use for, like, the 400% dungeons. But I don't know if it works as well here. Like, I think buffing the other players is probably the better play here.
임무 종료. 수송기를 그쪽으로 보내겠다. 어서 귀환해.
Look how many of these sensors I have. I have so many sensors. I really got to clean house on these. I do not need that many sensors. We have arch tuning. Okay, what do we got? Featured. So we got Serena. Got Ajax. Or is that under popular? Yeah, Serena, I'll pick this up Friday, I think. Yeah. Alright, yeah, we have Sharon, Freyna. This has been over here for a while. Oh, I don't think any of these are new, right? Let's see, yeah. I don't know. I do like this outfit better. I kind of wish the wings were smaller, though. I mean, this is some big-ass wings. What's the spawn one? Oh, okay. Superman-style spawn. Switch the clay.
사랑하는 내 딸.
Yeah, it's this one. Which, that was not bad. Oh, she has a tail. Okay. Metalscore? Yeah, you can't even buy this one. Oh, it's too bad I missed that one. That one actually looks... That's very Phantasy Star-ish. What, this stuff? Oh, watch it. This is like straight out of Final Fantasy. What is going on with this thing? Oh, You see it? Which one? I don't know. I mean, that one is kind of cool. The white suit? This one? Yeah, seems kind of stellar blade-ish, huh? I don't know. I like it. Although personally, I'm not into these tails. A lot of these costumes have these tails. This one, the professor. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that looks good. It's got a lot of buttons on it, though. Why so many buttons? Very Final Fantasy. That's her ultimate? Ultimate buttons. It's funny, like the front, covered in buttons. The back, no buttons. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's, I guess, to help the button industry. You know, those guys making buttons probably struggling a little bit. The hairstyle. What's this thing called? Professor Elias? Oh, that hair is cute. I like the hair. Though the tail, the ponytail not being like all the way in the center does kind of throw me off a bit. I mean, I know it's on purpose, but I do wish it was in, you know, in the center of the back. You want that hairstyle? Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, it's just belts and buckles. It's like that somebody stole the Final Fantasy people. It's like, really, what are you holding together with all those buttons? She must weigh like under 100 pounds. It's probably like a size 0. Those buttons are doing, you know, they aren't holding anything. I do like the face they gave her. They gave Serena. It's a very pretty face. Although having her say like this and thou in the or I mean that's how it was translated. She's obviously not saying this and thou in the original Korean. She's just speaking in a very old way. I'm not sure how much I'm into that. Yeah, she's only got 2 costumes. That seems a real shame. Oh. I mean, Inez hasn't really been in here that long, and she has way more costumes. But she is Inez, though. That's even though Serena's powerful, I don't know if she's going to replace Inez's popularity. Red Snare. Oh, I didn't buy this one? Yeah, this one's awesome. Again, very Stellar Blade-ish. I'll have to pick it up on the weekend then. I think there are mods to make one of the girls Tifa. Obviously you can't go online with it, but it is sort of funny.
어쩌면 메지스터야말로 진짜 인류의 희망 아니겠니?
I didn't get any of this. I'm sure I got I'm sure I got this other stuff. No? Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't get any of these. Oh, why do I have 2 Kyle stabilizers? Yeah, I did buy this. I thought maybe I would play regular Blair before they released Ultimate Blair, but I don't know if I'll have time for that. By the time I get around to playing Blair, the Ultimate will be out. I mean, I'm going to spend a couple weeks playing Serena. I was about to say the Tormentor skin is I don't know. I'm gonna farm later today. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not bothered by the farming in this game. Like, the game is so fast paced. You go through levels really, really quick. Or I mean, and none of the arenas, none of the areas that you go through, either the quests or the special events, none of them take a long time. Which I'm thankful for. That's not a complaint. You know, I said I remember spending 25 minutes fighting a boss in Destiny. And I don't even think we won. Yeah, I think I was basically doing, like, I don't know. I mean, damage scales pretty heavily in that game, but I don't even think I got the item I was looking for. And I was like, I have to fight this 25-minute boss again. I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised we saved her. I thought for sure that she would die. Die in the storyline. I mean, it kind of part and parcel for all the custom storylines in the game. Like, everybody has like this tragic past in this game. I guess Blair is going to be like the only storyline that's funny. So I'll be curious to see what that ends up being. But everybody else has like this bummer backstory.
카운트 유닛 이네즈라야.
두려워하지 않을 거야.
Oh yeah, I mean I do have like a certain sense of satisfaction farming in some kinds of games. Certain kinds of games. Maybe not all games. Like if it's an RPG or an action shooter like this, I don't think like the farming doesn't really bother me. If it's a turn-based RPG, farming can kind of feel heavy, you know. Glay's daughter, yeah, I don't doubt that she'll be playable later. Be curious to see if you know, how she would play. They gave her a lance in the story, so I don't know if that's something that she would specialize in. Because, yeah, I don't think they're going to invest that much time into her and have her model be, like, readily available that you can look at. And, you know, she'll have to be playable. This is like their preview. Yeah. Although I gotta say, Glay is much cuter than her daughter. I don't know. Maybe the dad's ugly. Yeah, who knows? Or maybe I just like MILFs more. Yeah, I don't really know. Although to me, a MILF is just an age-appropriate woman. For someone my age, at least. Just pick the worst colors for her. Oh, well, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching The First Descendant, running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you at the next stream. Yeah, have a good night, Blue.